and welcome to Shelley Has Opinions, the hit podcast where the Chatfield girls try and guess their shy sister Shelley's opinions on a variety of topics. My name is Holly Chatfield Flanagan, and with me is
Shelley Chatfield Allison.
And finally we have
Julie Chatfield Miller.
Hey guys, it's just us. We don't have any other sisters here with us today, so guess what we're going to do?
What?
We're going to make Bob Ross our sister.
Oh, he fits in great. He's got the curly hair.
He's got the artistic bend.
Yeah.
I yesterday tried to turn on something on Netflix that was like good background stuff that I would kind of be interested in, and it wouldn't like get my kids' attention, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I turned on Chill with Bob Ross on Netflix, which is like a 24 episode smattering of all of the like 300 episodes that Bob Ross did.
Right.
Many of them are winter scenes, which is a delight. And let me just tell you, my kids dropped literally everything they were doing and just like sat and watched. And when the first episode ended, they were like, okay, let's watch another one. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay.
That's so great.
I'm surprised you didn't see this coming, Holly, because your kids are very artistic.
They are, but they also are children of the 2010s in that they need like short segments, big explosions, no commercials.
True.
You know? And because Bob Ross was on public television, there were no commercials, so that is the case, but no explosions. And there's just one long segment, and it's just him painting.
I'm surprised Lucy didn't like grab a canvas and like paint along.
My daughter Lucy is very artistic. She's also 9 and doesn't have access to oil paint. So
I could see her making do, though. She'd be like Bob Ross / MacGyver, just figuring it out as she goes.
But I did do a lot of research at my children's behest about Bob Ross because my son desperately wants to purchase one of the paintings from the first episode we watched so we can put it in our house. Also, I found an article about like statistics of Bob Ross paintings. Someone from the website 538 did a statistical analysis of all of the elements of a Bob Ross painting.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Yeah, like in all of the episodes, there's at least one tree painted in 91% of the paintings.
I'm not surprised.
Cool.
And then it goes all the way down of all of the elements until the bottom, which I think is bridge. I think there were 2% bridges. Yeah, so anyways, that is the thing at our house is Bob Ross. Welcome to our show. He's our new sister.
He's very welcome.
You know what else is welcome is finally getting to our topic for today, which is another topic in the year of the submission. It has been submitted by our friend Ruthann Corthell. She is a podcaster and a friend of this podcast. And let me just tell you, Shelley, Julie, only one of you knows the topic already for today.
Is it me? No.
Yeah, let's guess. Who knows what?
Yeah. That'd be so wild if I knew and Julie didn't.
Boy, how exciting would that be?
It would be wild, especially because you said, is it me? Well, Shelley, are you ready to know today's topic?
I am so ready.
Today's topic is Zodiac signs.
Wow, okay.
Shelley, I know famously you're nervous about not knowing exactly what we bring up when we bring up a topic. What is a zodiac sign?
Well, I know mine. I'm a Cancer. I don't really know what it means, but I know like zodiac signs are like your star sign for when you were born, the month you were born, and it like says things about you. Like, oh, you're such a Pisces or whatever, but I don't know what those things are. So hopefully one of you can tell me so that I can know, like, you know, was I born in the right time of year? Was I born under the right star sign? What's my fate? Can someone tell me, please?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This level of panic is not one I was expecting.
That turned highly emotional very fast.
Well, just thinking about who I am all of a sudden just brought panic to me. So.
Well, I am going to be doing the pro reasons why you should like zodiac signs. Julie is going to be giving the anti reasons why you shouldn't. And we do not have a sister expert with us. Shelley, you and Bob Ross are going to go into a room, paint for about 30 minutes, come back, and you'll have an answer for us, okay?
How many times did Bob Ross paint a picture of like the night sky, like stars?
Well, according to the statistics that I read, I don't know.
Okay, well, Bob Ross needs to be the expert. Go look it up for us.
Shelley, I just want to give you some time. Are you panic free? I'm worried.
That's my secret. I'm never panic free.
So, Shelley, I have 5 reasons why you should be pro zodiac signs. My first one is zodiac signs give talking points to the needy.
like at a soup kitchen, you get like a little pamphlet to know your star signs, and then you can chat about it.
Here's the thing, is that I love to talk. I love to talk about everything that I want to talk about, which is a lot of things. And I know that sometimes other people who aren't me need help thinking about things to talk about. I actually just got told today that I am very good at making conversation. It's true. I'm excellent at it. But that's because I am a student of the process. I know what the people want to talk about. It's not always what I want to talk about, because some people get too intimidated by what I want to talk about. So.
Well, seeing as people have to pass a test to come to your book club, I could see how small talk could maybe, you lean into maybe topics that not everyone is ready to talk about at the drop of a hat.
That's true. So something that I know that people feel comfortable talking about, even if they don't actually believe it, is people will talk about their zodiac signs. And that is, a very popular pickup line in bars, so I'm told. Never been to a bar.
Uh-huh.
I will say that is at least a comedic trope in television and movies. And I know that there are people who take zodiac signs and astrology very seriously. I myself just don't have enough information to know anything about that. But I feel like we need to give people who struggle the things that they need. Some people struggle with food, struggle with shelter, struggle with social interactions. And you know what? I'm a woman of the people, and I want to give the people what they need. So zodiac signs help with that. They say, here's this and that. And then you can go,
Do you carry like daily horoscopes in your pocket just like for backup?
No, because I don't need these topics. I am a great conversationalist.
Well, but to give to someone, to give to the needy. Be like, here, I think you need this. And you hand them their horoscope.
A cool thing I could do, and probably have done in the past that I can't remember, is just saying, oh my gosh, Linda, have you met Deborah? She is a Cancer. And then people go, she has cancer? Oh my gosh.
And you're like, oh, that's the worst one.
But mostly, that's just my first point, okay, Shelley, is people need to talk about stuff, and sometimes they don't know what to talk about. And I know what to talk about, and I say, talk about that. And they go, yeah, okay. So.
Well, now I'm curious. Now, I don't know what else to talk about. So what star sign are you?
That leads to my next point.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, or hooray? I don't know.
Shelley, you should like zodiac signs because it lets people off the hook. AKA, I'm an Aries. I just can't help being bossy. Girl is an Aries, the first star sign of the zodiac. And let me tell you what, sometimes people don't list Aries as first. They put like whatever time of the year you're in as the first one and then go from there. No. That's not how we play. You're supposed to put the Aries first. Zodiac signs, even if you don't necessarily know too much about them, you can know there's like fire signs, air signs, water signs. And I bet you can't guess which sign Aries is under.
I would say fire. You've got that fiery personality.
Exactly. And so if you only know the bare bones about the zodiac signs, you can say, oh, that person's really forgetful. They must be an air sign. Or that person, it just really is going with the flow. They are a water sign. Or that person is the bossiest person I've ever met. That's a fire sign. More specifically, that's an Aries, probably. Even if it has literally nothing actually to do with their zodiac sign, you know what, Shelley? It just gives your brain something to like categorize and let people off the hook. You know?
Got it. They can't control themselves because they're star sign.
Just like our mom, when she would be driving and then someone would cut her off or whatever, she would say, oh, they're probably just having a bad day. You know, I hope their day gets better. And even if that were not true, and even if that person was the number one jerk of the entire world, it made our mom feel better about the interaction to say that, right? So it lets people off the hook for you. Like, you can just kind of distance yourself and say, that person is in that category, and, you know, God bless.
So it's easier to just have like a broad generalization about someone than try to get to know them.
Well, I try to, but then people say, I don't want to talk about that when we first meet. And I go, fine. So that leads to my third point. Shelley, zodiac signs also let people have something to rage against.
Okay.
So here's the thing, is that zodiac signs, like you said, are massive generalizations usually. And I would venture to say that most people probably don't line up, like their character traits don't line up as exact with their zodiac sign as mine do. If you look at pretty much everything an Aries is, that's me. And I'm sorry for that. And I can't help it. I was born when I was born. But some people really brush aside zodiac signs because they're like, it says that I'm a Leo and I'm nothing like a Leo. I would venture to say that people like that when they aren't aligned with that generalization, because then it gives them something to be like, maybe not angry about, but to be like, I'm different. I am not a Leo. I am, but I'm not. You know?
You can't put me in a box.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to rage against the machine.
I would say that everybody loves to rage against the machine. You're right. Shelley, do you love to rage against the machine?
I just love it. I just love it.
I know your husband loves actually listening to Rage Against the Machine.
Actually, that's not his favorite. That's not his favorite, but yeah, I'm sure I'm sure in his life he has listened to quite a bit of Rage Against the Machine. We actually were just talking about that today.
Fabulous. Shelley, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love to Rage Against the Machine?
Let's see. Truthfully, I probably am on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm probably like a -5. Like, I do not want to rage against any machines.
Shelley, you don't? Okay, here's the truth time. We're taking out jokes for a minute. I had a thought in the shower this morning. My brain comes the most to life. Every synapse is firing when I am angry.
Great.
And I wish that I had somewhere to harness that was not like relationship destroying or just general world destroying. There's not really a lot where anger can push you towards a positive place. And I would like to say that I love to rage against the machine, and I can't understand why anyone isn't at least a 5 on the scale.
Yeah, well, I am a 5, just -5.
I guess that point doesn't really hit with you, because I thought it would be a pretty much universal thing where people kind of want to be unique. They want to be different. They want to be uncategorizable because they are their own person. And so I thought the fact that zodiac signs give something for people to rage against would be very accessible to mankind at large. But I guess that's not true.
Yeah, I don't know if rage is one of my like daily emotions that I experience.
Holly, is rage a daily emotion for you?
I think that's probably too personal to talk about in our first conversation.
Here's your horoscope today, Julie. Let's talk about that instead.
Yes, it is. But I will say that I have come to hone it in a way that it's barely perceptible to the human eye.
Noise.
Oh, ooh. Microscopic rage.
It's all inside. The tempest is raging in here. And I'm pointing to my chest in here.
So when Holly says she's like doing something with her heart, that means she's really angry about doing it. Like, I'm doing this with my whole
Holly,
heart.
How come you're not a professional protester? That seems like it would be a great channel.
Here's the thing, is that I really think that it's because I am religious. Not that you can't be religious and protest. I just think that I have known for a really long time that the meek shall inherit the earth. And I've just been trying to get
also,
there.
I think probably if you like went to protest something, you'd end up murdering someone.
Yeah, which is why I never did organized sports either. So, and that's real. That's 100% real. So, anyways, this isn't about me. This is about zodiac signs. So another reason why you should be pro zodiac sign, Shelley, is because there's a lot of keychains.
I thought you said key change at first. So many key changes. No, but a lot of keychains. So my key accessories are endless. Is what you're saying?
I was struggling for a fourth point because I have a real banger of an end point. And I was sitting with my son today and we were just kind of, chatting away about zodiac signs. And he said, Mom, it's obvious what your last point should be. It should be that there's a lot of keychains. And I said, what? He and his sister, they're my children, and they have always been fascinated by zodiac sign merch.
Cool.
Which is pretty prevalent.
I mean, there is a lot of it. You can kind of get any flavor.
Uh-huh. And so they specifically know about keychains because there was a jewelry store called Charming Charlie that my sister Shelley loves.
May it rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
One time, we took the children there, and I said you can get anything within reason, like anything within reason, and they each chose a zodiac sign keychain, but not of their own zodiac signs, just of like, ooh, cool, an ox, or whatever.
This one looks really neat.
Ooh, a scorpion, I'm into it. So they each have a keychain in their keychain collection that is a zodiac sign.
They have keychain collections? I love this.
My children are the children of a collector. Am I that collector? Heck no. So there's a lot of merch, and Shelley, I know that you yourself are a collector and you just love things, like not in like a Midas touch kind of way, but just
I love only gold things.
Like you have a real connection with tangible items that can hold
I actually
memories.
was just talking about that today too with my son, because we made him clean up the just ocean of books on his floor around his bed, and he was kind of like reading all the summaries on the back, and it was taking him a while. And I was saying that when I used to clean up my room at his age, it would also take quite a while because I would just like look at all my things and just enjoy them and the memories.
Anyways, Shelley, you love things. You love zodiac signs. I have one more point, and it is the coup de grace. You're going to love it, and I'm going to love it, and we'll just like let Julie do her thing later off mic.
Okay.
Shelley, you have a big heart, a really big heart, and it hasn't been touched with rage like mine.
I've got room to spare because I cleaned out all the rage.
You should be pro zodiac signs because everyone has been born, so no one is left out. I know you hate it when there are outsiders who feel alone and sad and like they don't belong. But guess what? Everyone's been born, so everyone has a zodiac sign. So that's why it makes such a good talking point, because no one can opt out and say, I don't have one, and then slink out of the room or just go stand in a corner.
That's true, because usually conversations like, what's your favorite color, that can be very exclusive.
There are people, and I'm not going to name names, who have a hard time making a decision in that kind of scenario. And then they get really flustered and then say, I messed up that conversation. Everyone hates me. I don't know who it could be.
No, I'm not that. I know my favorite color. I can at least do that one.
Well, that's what I said. The kind. Shelley, what's your favorite TV show? I like this. I like this. I like this. No, like, what's your favorite? I don't know. I'm a Cancer.
Actually, can I share a terrible secret with you?
Yes.
For a really, really long time, I thought I was a Leo.
Oh, no.
Because my birthday is the last day of Cancer. And so for a long time, I just assumed like, oh, July, that's Leo.
Wow, you're such a Cancer.
I know. So I don't think I found out I was like a Cancer until I was a teen.
And by then, you'd already just put your whole life towards being a Leo. Everything just aligned.
Your allegiance was...
I thought I was a Leo, like Julie and Mom.
You had so many keychains and just had to throw
so
them all
much
away.
merch. I had my days of the week Zodiac shirts, all of them Leo. And then I had to burn them all.
In my fiery rage.
Yeah.
So, to prove your allegiance to Cancer.
I love Cancer.
So, anyways, Shelley, you should be very pro zodiac signs, if only because you are an includer. You want everyone to feel loved. And you know what? The people can feel loved through zodiac signs. Thank you.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I'm anti. Boo!
I'm glad Holly hasn't cut off your mic yet, Julie. I'm glad you're still on the call.
Yeah, my rage is it's kind of like tepid right now, so no big deal. So, Julie, why should Shelley be anti-zodiac signs?
Shelley, I've got 2 words for you. Zodiac killer.
Oh, no!
I don't know much about the Zodiac killer. He was a serial killer.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what he has to do with zodiac signs, but you know what? If you like zodiac signs, then you automatically like the Zodiac killer.
Oh no, I support his dark work.
I tried to read about him on Wikipedia and I got too creeped out. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't even read about him?
Guys, I can't. I just can't. Shelley, you like crime shows and stuff, and I just really can't handle it.
Yeah, I actually, like, a couple weeks ago, like, watched a bunch of crime documentaries, like, in a row. So,
Ooh, how did you sleep?
Great.
Well, then, it just proves it. You love the Zodiac killer.
Oh, no. So that means you already think I'm on Holly's side.
Oh, dang it. Shelley, well, it's not too late to reform. You can change your mind. Maybe I'll change your mind through the course of all my points.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to support the Zodiac killer. Like, I don't want to be someone who's out there like, I love Zodiac killing.
Is it too late for me to change my mind?
Oh, maybe not. Because, I mean, you obviously love Zodiac signs and Zodiac killers, so, you know what? Listen up, Polly. Hopefully I can change your mind.
Julie's changing a lot of hearts today.
Zodiac signs. Okay, if you truly believe in astrology and zodiac signs, that's fine for you.
There are some people who believe in it, and there are some people who don't, and that's okay.
That's true. And I'm just one of the people who don't, and that's okay. And if you believe in it, that's okay too.
Except for I support killing.
And you know what? That's okay. But just kidding. Don't murder anyone, please.
Or don't support anyone who murders anybody.
That's true. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Press on. Shelley, have you ever read your horoscope and changed your behavior throughout the day because of it?
Ooh, that's a great question. I used to actually read my horoscope every single day.
Wow.
But I don't know if it ever changed, like, my behavior. I don't know if I was ever like, oh, like, today it says that I'm going to have bad luck, so I'm going to, like, avoid, whatever. Or, like, anything in love today is going to turn out well for me, so I'm going to go tell that boy I've had a crush on for 8 years that I like him.
And that's just hypothetical, right? Like,
I mean, obviously I never had a crush on anybody for that long.
Obviously.
And never did anything about it.
And never did. Yeah, it's not like I had, like, serial crushes on people for years and years and never did a dang thing about it. I mean, that's just crazy.
Who would do something like that?
I think I'm blushing. I can feel it.
Why would you, Shelley? Because it sure wasn't you. But you know what? I occasionally would read my horoscope when I had access to a newspaper.
Yeah, our Redlands Daily Facts had it on the same page as the cartoons and the crossword puzzle.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's probably
that was
why
like
I
the
was
go-to page in the paper.
Because I don't think I would search it out, But if it's just right there, why not? And I would read it and then say, all right, and then go on to Garfield or something.
Uh-huh.
But I never let it affect me, like in my mind, in my deed, in my works. That just goes to show it had no power over me.
So you're in control of your own destiny, is what you're saying.
Oh
so
my
you're
gosh.
one of those people who's raging against the machine.
My point right here that it says that I'm the master of my own destiny. And then I think something went wrong with my auto text because then it says no states have power over me.
Julie's an autonomous state.
I do live in a commonwealth right now, so
That's true.
Kind of true. Shelley, do people actually know their astrological qualities? Like, if I took a poll of everyone in the nation and said, what's your zodiac sign and what does that mean about you? Would people actually know what it was?
So you're saying, like, Holly's point of it's a great conversation starter because everyone will be able to, like, say, like, oh, I know I'm an air sign or a water sign or et cetera, et cetera. You're saying probably not. They wouldn't know those things.
Well, I know I'm a Leo. In your face, Shelley.
I know.
But I don't actually remember what that's supposed to mean about me. And I feel like if I took a poll, there'd be a lot of people who don't actually know what their zodiac sign means about them.
Well, so, I mean, that's still a great conversation piece, though, because you could say, like, oh, yeah, you know me, I'm a Leo, I'm so free-willed, or whatever, and, like, maybe no one would know that that's not one of the things, or whatever.
So, Shelley, zodiac signs generalize people, but really, does it show their true personalities? What's a quality of a Leo?
I don't know. I'm not a Leo. I don't know.
I'll look it up. I will look it up, friends and neighbors.
Because I feel like a Leo, maybe I remember that a Leo is supposed to be like, have a fiery personality. Maybe it's a fire type, like Pokemon.
Are you ready? I have it according to cosmopolitan.com.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Cosmo Magazine. Typical Leo personality traits: vivacious, lives the good life, natural leader, popular, and protective.
Okay. So I feel like those qualities are general enough where I could be like, I am totally 3 out of 6. Like, I have some of those qualities. I'm totally a Leo.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm not all those things. But, like, all the qualities that are in all the zodiac signs, yeah, you could have a few of them, but you could also have a few of the other signs qualities, right?
Yeah, and unlike a Pokemon, you can't be a water and psychic type. You can't be like multiple things.
I am a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
I was born a little bit in March and a little bit in August.
Shelley, would you like to know the top personality traits of a Cancer?
Sure, because I actually don't know them.
Cancers are known for their traits like loyalty, their emotional depth, and their sentimentality. Cancers can be one of the most challenging zodiacs to get to know.
I'm such a Cancer.
All right, that's it. I believe in Zodiac.
I believe in snow.
But is it a thing that people say like, "Oh, I'm a Leo, but I'm also a little bit of a Libra"?
There are different times that you can measure. Like there's like the date of your birth, but then there's also the time of your birth, and then there's also another one. So there's like your sun sign, your moon sign, and then your star sign or something like that.
Yeah.
So complicated.
I know people can get like full like workups essentially.
In conclusion, Shelley, I care not for zodiac signs, so much so that when I sat down to write down my points, I was like, I don't even know what my kids' zodiac signs are. And I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about them. I mean, the signs.
What about your husbands? Obviously, you must have compared that before you got married.
We're both Leos. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it's like inbreeding. Is it bad?
Some signs get along better than others. I will say that my husband is a Taurus and I'm an Aries, and they notoriously don't get along. But guess what? We make it work.
Cool. So, Shelley, it's just a very confusing world of astrology. So just say no thanks, Zodiac. Bye-bye.
Well, now is the time we've all been waiting for, the opinion of the MVP of this podcast, the most videographer podcaster. Shelley, get my good side.
I always do.
Shelley, what do you think about zodiac signs?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I did used to pretty regularly read my horoscope just because I thought it was fun. And like, I don't ever remember consciously going like, ooh, shoot, I need to avoid taking any tests today because it says I'm not going to do well on that kind of thing, you know? But maybe I did. I mean, when I was reading them, it was very, a time in my life where things were changing a lot, mostly as a teen. So maybe I did, but I don't remember. So I find horoscopes interesting. I find it kind of like fun and entertaining, but like Julie, I don't know. I had to look up when my husband's and son's, like what their sign is, because I didn't know that off the top of my head. They have the same one, so it should be easy for me to know. But like, so it does give you something. Like, it is a fun thing to be like, hey, friend, I'm holding the paper. Let me read you your horoscope. So it does definitely give you something to talk about. And I would say most people do know what their sign is. And so it's kind of fun to be like, oh, you're a Pisces? That's so interesting. Even if you don't necessarily know what that means. Like Julie said, you might not know the exact traits of a Pisces. But you can just be like, oh, okay, that's the fish one, right? Cool. And it does, like, it gives you a little bit of generalities to work with, so it lets you off the hook from maybe having to find out a ton about every single person you meet up with. You don't have to deep dive into like, so what's your top 3 strengths and top 3 weaknesses, you know, like when you meet a person.
That's the kind of conversation I want to have.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if that happened to me, I would die. Like, when I was at a birthday party for one of my son's friends, like all the adults were hanging out and I was kind of just quietly sitting there because kind of everyone else knew each other. And one of the other adults turns to me and goes, "Okay, Shelley, what's your story?" Like, that was horrible. If I could have started off with, "Well, I'm a Cancer," that would have
You could have
broken the ice a little bit. Well, they were all professors, so I feel like that wouldn't have gone over so well. And I do understand the wanting something to rage against. The like, I am, you can't fit me into this box. Like, I'm, because like Julie said, like, you're not every single trait of whatever your star sign is.
Unless you are me, in which case you absolutely are.
Yeah, in case it's perfect. But yeah, most people I would say, like, they could either put themselves into that box and be like, yeah, I'm totally a this, or they could be like, no, I'm definitely not a this, like, because I'm so unique. So it definitely gives people either the safety and comfort of being able to be like, whew, like, if I tell people this, they know a lot about me, or like, I'll tell people this and then I'll be like, but I'm not that at all. So it is something for everyone conversationally. So that Holly made a great point about that. The merch is great. Constellation. I remember seeing someone with like a cool jacket on campus once at BYU that was like all constellations. And I was like, oh, dang, I'd love that.
Can I put in one more thing? Yeah. I've been singing the Age of Aquarius song in my head this whole time. So good music too. Yeah. Good merch, good music.
Good merch, good music. So, and keychains are definitely a great thing to collect. My son had a keychain collection for a while because in Australia, even his backpack was part of his uniform. So the only way to kind of like make it unique was like all the kids on campus had like 8 billion keychains each. So Jet had quite the collection. I don't know if we had one for his star sign though, because I feel like then I would have known what it was. And everyone is born in one, so no one is left out. And I do love that about things. Like, I love when everyone's got a name or when everyone's got a birthday. That really does make everyone feel included, which is nice.
That's the kind of conversation I want to be having. What's your name? What's your star sign? What's your social security number?
Everyone's got one.
But that's not true. Not everyone has one. That's sad.
True. Not everyone is born.
And that's sad.
Not everyone has a birthday. And I don't know if you do have to support the Zodiac killer if you like Zodiac. I mean, Julie came out very strong with that. But I also don't know a lot about the Zodiac killing. I don't know what it has to do with the Zodiac symbol. But
fine, I'll look it up.
No, you don't have to. But because I don't think it really matters. I don't think he saw like one day in his horoscope was like, you will kill a lot of people. And he's like, okay, I guess. I guess I'll change everything about myself and become a cold-blooded serial killer. I guess I kind of like zodiac signs because I think horoscopes can be fun and entertaining. And like it gives some people like an anchor to hold on to, like, well, I can at least like know something about myself, or I can at least like have a way to guide myself. And if you don't use it as like a guide, you can at least still go like, oh, that's fun. I still know what it is, and it's still a fun thing to talk about sometimes. But I don't know I didn't know the traits of a Cancer before and stuff, but now I do. So now I'll even have more things to converse about. So I think I like them. I mean, because I'm all for merch. So.
I thought you were going to say I'm all for murder.
All for murder.
Because that is what you are agreeing to.
Merch and murder.
Murder and merch.
Well, Shelley, thank you so much for sharing your opinion about zodiac signs. And guess what, guys? Did you notice I went pro this time?
I did.
You did it.
Hooray! And it's all thanks to Ruth Ann. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And now we are moving on to our segment, What's Your Name?
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
And in the segment, What's Your Name? I bring a name generator that I found on the internet. And I bring it to my sisters. And you know what? I have one today that does not use the zodiac signs, which is actually abnormal for name generators.
Quite so.
But it does have a birth month, so I guess sorta, kinda. Shelley, you could be a Leo and a Cancer in this name generator.
No, it's okay. I know my place now. I'm a Cancer.
This name generator is, what's your Southern phrase?
Ooh.
Yeah, so do y'all know what a Southern phrase is?
Just like a phrase that's popular in the South?
Yeah, like the higher the hair, the closer to God, something like that.
Sort of. It's just like a colloquialism that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Got it.
That you can kind of plug and play, just whatever. And there are, once we get into them, you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. And so what I want you guys to tell me is, when I tell you your Southern phrase, I want you to tell me in which stereotypical Southern situation you would say this thing.
Okay.
It sounds more intimidating than it is. So, like I mentioned, you need a month you were born, a first initial of your first name, and a first initial of your last name. So, like we mentioned, everybody has a name and a birth. Yeah, we did it. My Southern phrase is, that's grosser than a bale of hay in July.
Really? That's a thing? That people say in the South?
The way it's set up is like somethinger then, and then the next one is a something something, and then something something.
Oh, you mean like it works like every other name generator we've ever done? Weird. Oh, guys.
And I'm going to say that a bale of hay is really gross in July because hay is secretly alive and is very sweaty. And so that's what I know about the South, is that they have secret living hay. And the typical Southern situation that I would find myself in to say that is when I am talking about some sweet tea that one of our neighbors made that isn't around anymore. She left, and I'm telling my friends that sweet tea was grosser than a bale of hay in July because it was very salty. An extremely salty sweet tea.
Oh no, she mixed up her salt and her sugar.
Oh no.
But of course, you know, I'm a lady, and when I drank it and she was there, I said it was really tasty and good.
Because you're wearing your pearls and stuff.
What a Southern belle you are.
Porch.
Mm-hmm. And then when she left, I backstabbed her with my friends.
So Southern.
So, Shelley, would you like to know your Southern phrase?
I would.
Shelley, yours is sweeter than a live armadillo with a fly swatter.
Sweeter than a live armadillo with a fly swatter?
Mm-hmm.
That one's complex. I guess an armadillo with a fly swatter would be very sweet because they'd be too busy eating ants to use the fly swatter on flies. So they're just so sweet. They let the flies all live.
So in which Southern situation would you use this phrase?
When I was at my county fair and we were having a pie eating contest, and I got the pecan pie, and I was like, "Ooh, that's sweeter than a armadillo with a fly swatter."
That would be an intense pie to eat. And pie eating
if you had to eat a pecan pie, that would be quite intense. Especially if it was the kind where you have to eat it with no hands. Just like stick your face in. I think you could drown in that situation.
Or just get like a lot of bruises.
Yeah.
Or get like pecan stuck up your nose. That would be disastrous.
So sweet.
Julie, your Southern phrase is angrier than my cousin in cowboy boots.
Well, you know how angry cousins can be when they're in cowboy boots.
Which cousin of ours would be the most angry in a cowboy boot?
Benjamin Bird is my guess.
I don't know. I think he could look good in boots.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, Julie, in what stereotypical Southern situation would you say angrier than my cousin in cowboy boots.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's think. Going to the Piggly Wiggly. Because that's how they say it. Piggly Wiggly. And they don't have... What's something that you can buy in the South?
I already said my thing. I only know sweet tea.
Pork rinds. That's it. They don't have the pork rinds that you want. They don't have the chitlins. They don't have the hush puppies. They don't have any of this stereotypical Southern food for some reason.
It's the emptiest Piggly Wiggly in all the South.
And I'm just mad angrier than a cousin wearing cowboy boots.
I like how all our ones involved food.
We're the hungriest Southerners you've ever met.
Yeah.
Well, this has been our segment, What's Your Name?
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Shelley Gang, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Shelley Has Opinions. We hope you will look back at our old episodes and listen to some of those. A lot of them are also food-based. We're just a hungry gang in general.
Yeah, we record at a time where it's maybe time to have a snack after dinner. Or dinner.
True.
Well, you can find our old episodes on all your favorite podcatchers, or you can go to shelleyhasopinions.com. That's SHELLEY, hasopinions.com. And there you can find all of our old episodes. You can find pictures of us, biographies, and you can contact us through there or our social media to give your topic suggestions for the year of the submission. We are so excited that we've been able to make it all the way now. How many weeks has it been? 6 weeks since the beginning of the year?
Yes.
We've done it.
Oh, wow.
But we still have so many more weeks to go. And we need your help, Shelley Gang, especially because they can't all be food-based. So let's just be honest with ourselves.
Oh, man.
Sorry, just us typical Southern gals.
We are from Southern California.
Exactly. So hit us up. We would love to hear your suggestions. And also, if you would tell people about joining the Shelley Gang, we would really like that a lot. And we especially appreciate all of those who have already done so. We love when the Shelley Gang gets bigger. And we also love to interact with you guys. Please hit us up. We like it. And also, we just like you. And also, we like being on the Podicon Go network of Southern Belles. And they are a family-friendly podcast that you can listen to any podcast on the network with literally anybody of any age. There are ones that are more specifically for like ages 4 to 8. There's ones that are just like, I mean, we're like a food/murder-based podcast mostly, so we're a little bit out of that age range. But listen to a Podicon Go show. Just do it. Go to podicongo.com. And we also just want to thank you guys for hanging around and listen to us Southern Belles, and we love you so much. And with that, thank you, and I love you, and goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, y'all.
I love you so much.
Gosh dang it, Shelley. Where are you?
Hello, friends. Jonah here from Quest Company Jr., popping in to say that the show that you've just been listening to is part of the Podicon Go podcasting network, a group of independent creators committed to creating, distributing, and supporting content that's family-friendly and fun for all ages. If you enjoy this show, be sure to subscribe on your preferred podcasting platform and show some love with a 5-star rating and review. Every time you do, you are helping support the creation of more family-friendly content. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
It's Podville.
The family-friendly variety show.
I'm your host, Corbin.
And I'm your hostess, Julie.
Every other Friday, we and our 4 kids bring you a show packed with
silly games,
outrageous vintage ads,
wild stories,
and catchy original songs. Find us at podville.com.
That's PAUDEVILLE.com. Or subscribe wherever fine pods are casted.
Are you ready for me to stop talking?
Always.